But we start with big developments in education tonight as parents across the state homeschooling their kids right now are wondering what comes next. Tonight, for the first time, a detailed look at the state's approach to reopening schools. ABC 15's Daniel Lerner shows us what the next 16 months could look like.
We are announcing a statewide closure of all Arizona schools from Monday, March 16th through Friday, March 27th.
It's been nearly 2 months since this announcement set school closures in motion, eventually extending through the rest of this school year. Now, with some districts scheduled to start next school year as early as July, the pressure is on to find the safest way to reopen.
So I know that this has been traumatic for families on so many levels. And so there are still a lot of concerns.
We still don't know when students and teachers will return to campus. The Department of Education working on those details now. But we do have a better idea of what the next 16 months could look like. State Superintendent Kathy Hoffman assembled a task force to help tackle the challenge. Educators, principals, school nurses, superintendents, charter school leaders, and education stakeholder groups met for the second time Monday. I'm told input from parents is also being used to help guide the process.
That there's going to be so many more supports our students are going to need when we come out of this crisis.
Currently, we're in phase 1, meeting the immediate needs caused by school closures. We've already seen most of this in action: meal distribution, childcare for essential workers, resources to help with remote learning and special ed, purchasing and distributing personal protective equipment or PPE, and identifying areas in need of more targeted funding. Phase 2 goes June 1st through August 30th with a focus on preparation and prevention. Things like summer meals and online learning continues for students, and there's an emphasis on providing social-emotional support. Summer learning opportunities for teachers and administrators touch on topics like trauma-informed instruction and changes to summer planning to allow for reteaching, review, and pacing. There's also a big focus on boosting technology as many districts plan to continue remote learning in some capacity, regardless of reopening plans, while trying to recoup the costs of the digital switch.
I talked with one district who said they've already spent $10 million in the last couple of weeks because of buying things like technology.
Finally, phase 3, September 1st through September 30th of 2021. Most of this time centered around ongoing support to help with recovery. Resources for mental health, online learning, and professional development would continue, as would measures like enhanced cleaning, PPE, and contingency planning, so districts can be ready for any future closures from COVID-19.
Important to reiterate here, this is just a framework. The actual plan is expected to be much more detailed and specific. Also, each district will ultimately have to decide how they implement the state's guidance. Clearly, still a lot of questions as to how this will actually work and what it's going to look like. We'll keep asking those questions and bring you updates as we get them. I'm Danielle Lerner, ABC 15, Arizona.